Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. A quick throw complete to Chark. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Fuck, bruh.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
What happened?
They run the counter now on first down. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's going to get a solid gain of before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
On the ground, it's Akers. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
He's probably going to run tomorrow night.
Gain of 27.
A nice job there, quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Play action, now it's Tua.
Oh, my God.
But it's incomplete.
Yes,
It's
sir.
a touchdown.
First down, got his
My
hand
homie
in and
got
knocked it
birthday.
away.
2nd and goal.
Wow, so wide
Nothing
open
on first down, so the
TD.
ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Tua. Hitting Juju on the slant.
Man, bruh, stop. Keep talking green, bruh. What he said, bruh?
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red
His
zone?
ass green,
The
bruh.
windows are tighter.
When?
Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker.
His ass green, bruh.
On time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And again, it's Tagovailoa.
I would have been started taking that hole, bruh. She said you up 2 times.
Cam Akers with a lucky number 13 touchdowns
So he on
now
blitz.
on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing out. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied
What you
at
mean from
7.
this? Bruh, I don't know if you stood him up because I guess they ain't too many.
Each
You
team
should have had Kylie
each team
Campbell
has
there.
scored.
in the
7-7
pass.
here as the
You should
kicks
have had
are
Campbell
away.
there.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line.
Because I low-key got to move. I ain't going to hold you.
23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Where? What is it called? Oh, he's coming.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. Looking for Chark again. This time he's got him. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They try to go out. This the house though. On God, hold up. Right here.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on
What they
that.
doing?
Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
I don't know if I want to beat him.
7-7, our score after one.
7-7.
Oh, no.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Oh, he got me.
They'll throw here out of the gun.
Haynes, look at my shit.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Jaguars first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back.
No key. They're going to let me hit me tomorrow.
3 yards down to the 42. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short
I don't know
pickup.
for sure.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel.
But I don't know yet.
Don't they?
This nigga is turning
Got a man and he hits
up,
him
Ryan.
in
What the
stride.
fuck?
Touchdown, Jaguars.
What the fuck is this nigga keep doing that weak
For a big
ass
tight
shit?
end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Jaguars 14. Steelers 7.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, will kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Tua sets up to pass it. The kicker here is complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy.
He's going to
get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Tua now on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And down inside the 15 he goes. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Cam Akers with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. I feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. That's out to the left flat and complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Got that shit clamped up.
No, they'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On first down, Akers. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's in. Touchdown.
Like that Akers, man.
Cam Akers as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they take the extra point.
Great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, it's going special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they got
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Akers. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
36-yard line.
Here's Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed in the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
On 2nd down, Tua. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Akers. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Number 28, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll set up a throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now back to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top. Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. 23 yards the pickup there. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. He got out of the pocket there. Was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling. His receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This is Dillon on the counter. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A.J. Dillon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
That's right, baby. It's all.
And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll let this one go deep for Chuck. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, 76 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, did the Jags get this? Yes, Jags football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They give him a gain of 38. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And he's able to put it through. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Jags get this? Yes, Jags football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And after a nice gain, they don't need the penalty. They'll decline it, take the ball where the play resulted. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the